no, they decided to pay their dude, get the deal done. 14 years, $500 million.
Whew.
A full no trade. Full no trade. Now, who's going to take on that money anyways? But, man, it's a big belief in Vladdy. That he's the franchise guy. He's the face of the organization, and they figure it is worth it to keep him for that much money.
There was a lot of optimism here in Boston, where I live, that they were going to bring Vladdy in along with Devers and build sort of this, Dominican monster. And I'm just like, I don't know that that's the option. I mean, to have two blimps at the corners, but they keep him in Toronto. This is a guy over his career that's, had the power. An OPS of 861, OPS plus 137. Those are really good numbers for a guy that is being paid what he's being paid like. And now you need that consistency over 6 months, because that's the difference between the good players and the great players. It's not breaking down. Not that Vladdy's broken down. I mean, he played from 21 to 24. He played 161, 160, 156, 159. I think the issue with Vladdy is that he tends to taper off and run out of gas in the second half. But what he's like at his peak. That 21 season when he finished second in the MVP voting, Joe, 48 homers, 111 RBIs, an OBP of 401 on base percentage, and an OPS of over 1,000. Mm-hmm. That's what you're paying him for, to reach that potential and reach that production. He also scored 123 runs that year. Now, the power has never been that close ever since. He goes from 48 to 32 to 26 to 30. And crazily enough, in 11 games this year, Vladdy does not have a home run, which I don't think I would have had on my bingo card. But now that he's paid, you can continue to sort of build around him. And there's a team in Toronto. We were trying to figure out, who do we bet in the AL East if it's not the Yankees? And we had mentioned a little Tampa, maybe some Boston. I don't think there was anybody outside of Canada that said Toronto. And here they are, half a game out of the Bronx Bombers.
There you go. All right, so Vladdy Jr., third largest contract ever. Doesn't sound right. $500 million. Soto, $765. Shohei Ohtani, 10 years, $700 million. So I'm talking about the total. We could sit here and say it's an overpay, because it is. We could sit here and say, I wouldn't do it. Your other option is watching the face of your organization walk out the door and go somewhere else for a similar amount of money. And then your fan base hates you. Now you're viewed as a cheap team too. They're put in a corner. They had to pay him. They had to. I don't know that I would want, I don't want my team doing that. Because I know, especially with Toronto, if you're New York, if you're LA, the Dodgers, that's a different scenario. They can make mistakes, they can waste money, and they'll be fine. They'll be able to go in those waters once again. But the Blue Jays, will they? I don't know. If they end up making a mistake, I'm not so sure about that. For me in Chicago, the Cubs, if they make that mistake, are they going to go back? I don't know. I don't think they will. I think they're still mad about Hayward, even though his contract compared to some of these is like a nothing. So, yeah, I think they just had to do it, and they knew it. They knew it. They probably didn't love it, but they knew that they had to do it, and they end up giving him $500 million.